The Drake and Josh show in Las Vegas is over after only one season because Tom Pelissero dropped a bomb not too long ago on Twitter, tweeting out the Raiders plan to release veteran running back Kenyan Drake per source.
Drake? Drake?
Which means Ameer Abdullah beat out Kenyan Drake for that final running back roster spot. I guess the coaches must have loved what they've seen from Ameer in the few snaps that he's played. Also, on top of that, the two rookie running backs that we drafted this year in Zamir White and Brenton Brown both outplayed Kenyan Drake in the preseason games as well. So it was evident that he was on a chopping block, especially after seeing him playing in this last week's game. It had me wondering when I seen him on the field, I was like, yo, why is he still taking snaps? I had a feeling that the Raiders were gonna at least trade him away, but I guess there was nobody out there that wanted Kenyan Drake, so that's the main reason why we are going to be releasing him. I just really thought that we could have at least got a 6th or 7th round pick. I mean, after we traded away Nick Mullins and even Tyree Gillespie, I mean, I thought somebody would have wanted Kenyan Drake, but I guess nobody did. Josina Anderson even got on call with Kenyan Drake, and this is what he had to say. I'm just vibing at the crib right now. I'm just waiting on the next 24 hours. I don't think anyone would trade for me because of the contract situation. Either way, the Raiders have to pay me. I'm at peace with the decision. Honestly, I felt like the writing has been on the wall recently. Like within the last 2 to 3 weeks, I never felt like I had a fair shot to really compete for the job coming off of injury. At the end of the day, that's a business. I mean, I guess you can say he got a point, though. It felt like Josh McDaniels and Dave Z were never really sold on Kenyan Drake. I mean, they went out and traded for running backs. They signed a couple of other free agent running backs, and they even drafted a couple of running backs in this year's class. I felt like they wanted to put Kenyan Drake out there in the preseason to see what he has, and maybe he could have raised their eyebrows to possibly keep him on the roster. But after watching these first couple of preseason games, Kenyan Drake just did not look like that guy, and everybody else outperformed him. Like I said earlier, Ameer Abdullah showed out, and even our 2 other running backs looked good in these preseason games. And I felt like that was all they needed to see to cut ties with the veteran running back. Now, with the release of Kenyan Drake, the Raiders take a cap hit of close to $8 million, which goes to show you how deep our running back room is. Right now, the running backs I feel like that are going to make the roster is Josh Jacobs, Ameer Abdullah, Zamir White, and Brandon Bolden, with Brenton Brown and Austin Walters possibly fighting for a spot or making the practice squad. Overall, it does suck that this did not pan out for us. I know when we signed him, I was really excited for him, and I had a lot of high hopes for Josh Jacobs and Kenyan Drake to go out there and be that dynamic duo that we all thought they could be. Obviously, Kenyan Drake's role last year was limited, and he dealt with a lot of injuries, so we didn't really get to see too much of him. And coming into this season, I thought with Josh McDaniels taking over as the head coach and possibly running that running back by committee, I thought that Kenyan Drake was still going to get a role on this roster, but we quickly found out during the preseason, man, we had a lot of other running backs on this team, and even the guys that we drafted that really looked good. And Ameer Abdullah was another guy that we just added to the roster that none of us really expected him to have a big role on this team, but watching him in preseason and seeing how well he did in the return game and even running as a running back and a pass catcher, it makes sense why the team chose Ameer Abdullah over Kenyan Drake. At the end of the day, this is just another failed Gruden-Mayock experiment. I honestly do love the direction that this new regime is taking our Raiders, because it doesn't matter how big of a name you are or what the previous regime thought of you. As long as you're producing on the field, your job here is safe. And if you're not, then you can pack up your bags and head up out of here. With that said, Raider Nation, what are your thoughts on this breaking news with the Raiders releasing Kenyan Drake? Do you guys feel like this was the right move for the team? Do you feel like Kenyan Drake should have had a chance to stay on this team or whatnot? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. For me, as much as I would have loved to see Kenyan Drake ball out for us in the silver and black this season, I'm okay with this move. I have a lot of trust in Dave Z and Josh McDaniels to put all the right players and all the right pieces in order for us to succeed and move forward as a franchise. All right, Raider Nation, that is all I have for you guys today. If this is the very first time you come across my channel and you love the Las Vegas Raiders, then hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon button just to notify you guys when I upload more videos just like this. Also, hit that like button if you guys haven't already. With that being said, until the next video, this your boy Simone Raider, and your boy is, yeah.
Started off in Oakland, now we here. Thought that we was done, we just hit another gear. Look, started off in Oakland, now we here. Hey, pull up with the nation in the silver black gear. Look, 4 games straight, we in the playoff. Shout out to the Chargers fans, y'all enjoy the layoff.